Well, I'm not going, if I may, I'm not going to divulge any private conversations I had with the county executive or the...
I didn't ask the county executive. I asked the chief of the department a question.
If I may, you know, he doesn't set policy in the police department, and Chief Moore is a subordinate of mine, and this is above his pay grade, so to speak. I can answer the question as best I can, and Ben Zwern can answer the question, and I think that's as far as we go. But look, I can tell you, I love these guys on Highway Patrol. They do a great job, and I've told the county executive, and he agrees with me, by the way, let the state come through with the money, pay us the costs of these cops on that highway, which we've been giving them for years for free, and I agree with him on that. Finally, somebody is making an issue of this. Let the state come forward and help our taxpayers in Suffolk County.
With all due respect, we're going very far afield of the question that I just asked. You're preaching to the choir in terms of us wanting to get our money. I think everybody's in agreement on that. We get shortchanged by the state on everything from school aid to police patrol. We all agree on that. I asked a specific question. If you're directing the chief of the department not to answer that, then you know, I'll defer to the chairman of the committee as to you know, how we will address that.
No, if I may, Mr. Chair, you know, the chief of the department doesn't send memos to the county executive.
Yeah, I guess what, let me just say, the legislator would like an answer to the question, and I personally don't care who does the answering, as long as we can get some...
I just answered it, Mr. Chair. The chief of the department or the chiefs don't send memos to the county executive.
I didn't ask if to the county executive.
You said who put it in writing.
I asked if your chiefs... I specifically asked the chief of the department because he is the senior law enforcement officer, sworn officer. Were concerns raised over the highway patrol plan by your senior staff to you? And how was any of that concern put into writing, and how is that factoring into the decision-making process now as you, as the civilian head of the department? That was my question.
Yeah, I've had many discussions with the county executive. We discussed...
No, he's asking about the chiefs.
Have you talked to your chiefs? Of course I talked to my chiefs, but I'm not going to discuss what the chief said to me. This is internal work product, and it's inappropriate. We have honest discussions all the time on many issues, and it's inappropriate to discuss that in public. Have I had discussions with the county executive? Yes. Do I agree with the county executive in trying to get the money?
I didn't ask you once about the county executive, sir. I asked you about...
Yes, you did. You asked him. Did you discuss it with the county executive?
What I'm hearing is that the legislator would like to know and you can correct me, Legislator LaSquadra, but because maybe they're not hearing you. Did the other chiefs give you feedback on this plan? That's what I'm hearing, and I'm not hearing an answer to that. That's all. I think you said, yes, we've had many discussions.
But you're not going to discuss those internal conversations.
Yeah, we do discuss, and we discussed this, obviously, amongst the command staff.
The answer is yes, but no. Yes, you've had conversations with them, but you won't divulge what those conversations were or whether or not they expressed concerns to you, because those were internal conversations. That's what you're telling me.
No, these are...
That's the short answer.
Exactly. That's correct.
If I might jump in at some point,